keyboard. Everything's in the way of the keyboard. I have to keep reminding myself this game needs a keyboard. You dumb, stupid girl. Stupid, very dumb. Very dumb, stupid. Alright. Yay! Okay, so it should be streaming. Hi, everyone. Good morning, good morning. It's morning for pretty much everyone, I think. You might have saw that last little stream attempt. Ignore that. Please ignore that. I was trying to fix my stream settings, and then I said, screw it, I actually need to watch a video tutorial, so that's what I did. Now, hopefully, this will fix the game's poor quality. I thought it was going to be at 1080p, but once it was done all rendering, it was still like 480, which is not what I wanted. I am using Streamlabs for the first time, so please forgive that. I'm just doing like a quick test, and I'm going to be adjusting. Thank you, some guy. I can always trust on you. I can always trust on you to make it easier for me. Okay, so the chat was tiny, and the sub thing did not go off. I don't know why. It is properly set up. The donations definitely will be the one thing I expect never to work because, I don't know, when I was making the new PayPal, it just was being finicky. But the sub thing should have worked. Like, when I do the test widget, it works. So, I don't know why it's not working. The chat's going to be above my head, and I thought I would make it bigger. I think with the quality difference, it will definitely help with the chat. I just want to check. Oh, I have to sign in to even be on my own chat. That's nice. Anyway, so I'm going to bring up Telltale real quick and just give a little updates as I'm going about. Oh, man, I slept 17 hours yet again. That is glorious, absolutely glorious sleep. You guys said that my sound was fine the way it was, so I don't need to change that, thankfully. I didn't save. We were talking about that at the end of the stream, so I think everything I did the last episode didn't matter. I'm gonna look up how to save on a Telltale game because I did not save. There was an option of cloud saving, and it didn't work, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to fix that. I'll probably have to play up to the point where we got, so I'll try to like bring up my stream and click all the same options so everything is still the same, but yeah, I'm gonna have to go through all that again, which is pretty stupid. Yeah, because when I continue, oh wait, no, it says continue episode 1. If I remember correctly, we were at, okay, maybe, hold on, let me click this. I'm not actually playing, I'm just checking. This is me fixing my stream. Ah, what are you doing?
You assume the persona of a bat, but you're not an animal. You beat that
Yeah, we
man
already
half
saw
to
this, didn't
death.
we? Yeah, we're way ahead of this. Yeah, we
Your
are way
parents
ahead of
didn't
this. So
raise you
this
this way.
saved really late, so I'll have to
And neither did
go
I.
on and fix. I'm not touching it. So, okay. Great. Good to know. All right, we just escape out of there. So I'll just fix that. That shouldn't be too much of a problem. Exit game? No, let's not exit game in the main menu. Yes, I don't care to save. Why don't they have a save thing? I'll figure it out. I will figure it out. Other than that, so that seems good. So this is just a test stream for the quality. Also, just going to like give you small little updates. Somebody asked, and I did answer, but I wanted to be a bit more public about it because I feel like I'm not public enough about it. I have chronic pain and dizziness, and I missed all of last week. I said I was going to ship out the pens like right away, and I still have one pen I need to ship, and I told them I was going to do it yesterday, but then I just went unconscious all yesterday. So, what is going on with me? I'm having panic attacks. Like, legitimate panic attacks. I now know what these are, and they suck. They suck. Like, I already feel like I'm dying, but then I get a panic attack, and it's worse. Hold on, I gotta take a drink. So I'm getting panic attacks when I'm getting flare-ups now, because I'm using all of my being to make sure my flare-up doesn't get, it's like a mind game. Like you feel like you can hold it in, but you really can't, so it's kind of like hurting me in a sense, which then starts the panic attack. And the panic attack is like the hardest thing to get rid of, because I have vitamins, I have my pills I take normally, I have like all of my coping skills I've used my entire life, and yet these panic attacks, you just literally have to wait out for 2.5 hours, sometimes 3, and by the end of it, you are so fucking tired and so demotivated. You hate yourself, you don't even want to be alive, and so you just go to bed, or you just struggle with the rest of the day. That is why I haven't been doing anything. These panic attacks have been the new thing that's been making me go unconscious, and they are just terrible. I don't know what I can do to get rid of them, outside of what I could normally do to, like, subdue it. It's just a waiting game. I hate it. This is why I hate the formula of life. You have to just sit there and wait for it to pass. Like a storm. It is literally like a storm. You can't just wave your magic wand and make it go away, so that sucks. Yeah. So, yeah, my flare-ups, I say my flare-ups are angry at me. My body is angry at me that I haven't broke yet, because the last time I was this sick and had all these issues, I had to go to the ER, I had to go to the psych ward, I had to go to a group home, and this happens like every year around and after March. So like once spring ends and summer starts, that's usually my flare-up time. This would be the 3rd year or the 2nd year of it being constant like that. And I'm saying my body is angry at me for not, like, going to the hospital and just completely melting down. We just can't. Not with Corona. We just can't. I can't. Like, God, have you seen what they have to do to test Corona? I'm like, I just got over my fear of needles and just, like, giving blood. Like, I still am prone to fainting because of it, because it's a shock to my system, because my system's already so weak. So I have to have my legs up at all times. Like, sometimes I forget to tell them, and I'm just putting the hospital bed up so my legs are up. They don't ask any questions, but sometimes they look at me weird. I'm like, I'm prone to passing out or feeling lightheaded, so just don't mind me. One time, this was the worst, when I was in the worst health condition. Like, I had lost 35 pounds. I was not getting sleep. This had gone on 2 months. I probably got 8 hours of sleep those 2 months. It sounded very close to being like fatal field insomnia or something. Actually, let me get rid of this guy. Come on, Brucey. Get out of here. I'm doing a quick little update. You should consider smoking cannabis. Yes, speaking of which, that's what I'm going to get to. My dad actually has a medical marijuana card, and my whole entire family on his side of the universe has... Why are you talking about Beldaphine? That is... Okay, hold on. What are you doing talking about Beldaphine? There's such a change of tone. Okay, what was he talking about? Medical marijuana? Yeah, my dad has a medical marijuana card, and we're probably going to look into that. I don't want to smoke. I'm a very straight-laced person. I don't like drugs. I don't want to smoke. My mom smoked her whole life, and I do not want to smoke. I can see, because she's on oxygen, and if she hadn't quit smoking, she would be dead, and I would be alone, and I would probably be homeless. So that's not a road I want to go inevitably into the future. My dad's side of the family, so my genetics on his side of the family, is just, everything that's happening to me is like so watered down and normal on my dad's side of the family. I'm very fortunate I didn't get it worse, because they have a giant slew of stuff. Like, my dad is missing a vertebrae in his neck. He gets nerve blocks in his shoulders, neck, top of his head, sometimes his back. And let me tell you, I scared the living hell out of a nerve block guy so bad, because I was freaking the fuck out. Like, he came in, he like kind of had this like motion in his body where he was just... He was a built man. He was a built, strong man. He just walked into the room, and I screamed at him, and he threw up his hands, and he was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. And my mom had to talk him down, and it's like, no, she just thought you were rushing at her with a needle, which I fucking did. And it didn't help that he didn't, because I probably would have acted the same way. So, yeah, the one time I was going to get a nerve block, didn't get a nerve block, so I'm very grateful. Yeah, so that's where my flare-ups are right now. They are just... My body's upset that I'm not going to the hospital and melting down. I'm fighting against it. I'm fighting against whatever this neurological condition is. Yeah, I just had a sleep appointment, which I yelled at my mom, and I actually said "fuck off" on the voice call because you have to have everything on a voice call. You're getting like voice appointments now. I literally swore at the sleep doctor because he is not going to be able to understand. And I already learned this. My mom still doesn't. She's an optimist. I already learned that all of the specialists don't have the qualification to deal with whatever this is, and it took him pretty fast to realize that this is way outside of his pay grade, and he acknowledged that. But like I couldn't. I yelled at him. I yelled at my mom specifically, and I just left the room. I couldn't, because it's painful. It is really painful when you have somebody who thinks they know what they're talking about tell you what you're doing and what you should be doing, even though you've literally done all of that for years. And the only thing he keeps saying is, well, what else have you tried? What else have you tried? What else have you tried? The only thing we haven't tried is cutting my fucking brain open, okay, dude? That's the only thing we have yet to try to fix me. And it's scary that I might have to have, like, vestibular surgery where they go into your inner ear, which is very fucking close to, like, a lot of dangerous shit. And it is not good. And I don't want to do that. I feel like I'm gonna die being dizzy. That's it. This is not a happy little stream. This is like a quick update, okay? So I say it's a quick update. It's going on 11 minutes. God damn it. Anyway. So yeah, if anybody's wondering where Genta's at in her head and her body and all that stuff, that's basically it. Don't cut your brain. Yeah, well, some people still benefit from lobotomies. When I was in a group home, this really, really, really sad old guy who was like in his 80s, who had nothing to live for, he was homeless, he didn't want to be a burden to his family. I was giving him good advice, and like we were all in this like group together, and I was giving him advice, and the whole room was like, wow, this kid is like just barely old enough to be here and like knows a bunch of shit. And I even had like the staff, they're like, have you thought about like, I don't know, being a counselor? I always get this question, have you thought about being a counselor? Yes, and my answer is no, okay? My stance on life is just die. It's easier to be dead, okay? Just die. I have occipital neuralgia mixed with a bunch of other lacing and detail vestibular problems. I even went to a vestibular, two vestibular specialists, one that specialized in therapy of the vestibular for like people who had concussions or accidents and it messed up their system. And even the ladies there, they were my favorite because they actually said the one thing I wanted a medical professional to say. They said, yes, I agree with you. What we're doing is probably hurting you instead of helping you, and we don't have anything else that we can think of to do to help you, so we should probably stop. I was so excited. I was so happy. I was like bouncing up and down in the room. Like nobody would do what I did. Like they just got told, yeah, we don't have anything for you. Sorry. I'm like, I'm so happy because I've been dicked around by so many medical professionals who like to just like, okay, I broke my primary care. He's not my primary care anymore. I broke him to the point we would see him 3 times a week, if not 4 or 5. He's probably never seen me more in his life, and he hated it. He hated doing his job because he couldn't. I know he couldn't. I wasn't mad at him that he literally didn't have answers. I was mad at him that he was refusing to tell me he had not a fucking clue what was wrong with me and just tell us to stop coming, because that's what I was trying to tell my mom. Stop going to the fucking primary care. He doesn't know. Stop it. Stop. Just fucking stop. Okay, it was driving me insane. So I finally broke him. He literally threw his hands up in the air, and this was the most composed man I have ever met. And he's like, do you know what's going on? I don't know what's going on. Do you know what's going on? Thank you for acknowledging what's going on. I have no idea what's going on. Like, he literally broke in front of us. My mom was worried for 2 people then. Yeah, so we don't have him as a primary care, but that's not, that one moment wasn't the moment. It was before he went crazy on us. He was struggling to find out a reason why I should still be in his care, and so he told me to describe my pain to him again, and I described a lengthy, detailed neurological disorder that we still didn't even have a name at this point, and he said, no, don't describe it like that. Describe it differently. And I'm dying on this bench. I'm dying. I have slept maybe 4 hours in that month. 4 hours. I'm losing weight. I'm lethargic. I'm not eating. I'm dying. I'm literally dying in front of this man. And he's asking me to just basically tell him a different story. And I went, my neck hurts. I don't feel good. And he went, okay. And I think he picked up on the sass. Like, I was dying on his table, but he picked up on that sass. And so he went and pushed back with, okay, so you said it's the other thing? And what authority made you say that, though? And what authority made you say that? What the fuck do you mean? Like, I would make that up. Bro. Oh no! Sako! No, close your ears, you don't need to hear this, Sorry, I went on a tangent. This is supposed to be like testing my stream, and now it's just me ranting about my health. I am doing better. Oh, the chat's working pretty well. Let me scoot over here. There we go. But yeah, anyways, that's how I broke my primary care. That went dark fast. Hey, stop it! Okay, look. Genta has health issues. She has a lot of... Should have knocked him the hell out. Exactly. So I think that man only made money. Like, he refuses to get patients to see him. He would get his, like, nurses to see him. And the few times we were, like, able before this all went to shit to see him, we had to, like, literally beg and call again and beg and call again to get to see him. I think he makes money just by being there. And I think most primary cares make money just from being there. And it sucks. Japan, they don't have primary cares. You basically go to the people that it sounds like you have problems for, which is starting to sound like a really nice thing. Like, if you sound like you broke your foot, you're going to go to a foot specialist or somebody who specializes in whatever it may be. In America, it's like, go to the primary care, bother them till they get you a specialist that they don't even know exists, and there you go. Hey. I'm fine. I'm really fine. It sounds like a lot, but I have had years of practice. With my condition, it does evolve. Like, it is like a virus. I'm, like, living with a virus that when it doesn't defeat me or kill me, it likes to evolve. Right now, what's the newest thing it's trying to do? It's staying around, basically. Like, it went away and then it came back. So yeah. China's the only country that could correctly diagnose your problem. No, I don't think so. I really don't think so. I don't want to go to China, man. I've done the research, and I went to the specialist. This one specialist, he was 1 in 8. He had just moved. This was before Corona, by the way. Like, 2 months before Corona hit, we went and saw the specialist. And, he was 1 in 8 in America. We got very lucky that... He literally just moved in the office 2 days ago. Went to see him. He did his tests, and this was the first doctor I ever broke down and cried. Because he literally said the same thing. I don't have a clue. Yay! So that was it. I told my mom as we were in the car, we are not trying again. We're not doing this. And that's why when she made a sleep doctor appointment, I broke and I swore at her and I swore at the doctor, because I'm like, we agreed. We were just going to live with it. And we're just going to live with it, because every time we try, it just hurts me. It makes you lose faith in yourself. It makes you lose faith in your body and all that stuff. If I may, can I ask, what is the health issue, if you don't mind? A lot of things. So it started out with, I have sensory processing disorder, which is on the autism spectrum. I have, like, social level 1 autism and an SPD. Like, I didn't like certain types of clothing. Like, all my clothing for my childhood, once I went to a, sensory learning, it's called. You had to pay, like, a lot of money to do it. It was really good. It was really, really helpful. It made me understand a lot, and all they really did was put you on a table, a light was above you, and, yeah, you did that for a month, and you had a light box, and it made me understand things a lot better. I don't know. I did it twice, quite recently, in the past 3 years, I did it again. I don't think it did anything the second time. Yeah. It was a really good thing when you were a kid. I would highly recommend that people with who have autistic children, or like any child, like, there's literally, it does nothing. You sit there, you have like this music that goes like it stops and starts. Basically, it's censoring your nervous system or something, and it's really helpful for people with SPD and autism spectrum and yada yada yada. So that was the first thing in my life. I also went my entire life with undiagnosed anxiety, which, as I'm looking back at my childhood, I'm agreeing more and more with my mom that, yeah, I have severe anxiety, but like the weirdest type. Some people who have like severe anxiety, they usually don't have like a turn off switch. They're just constantly anxious. For me, I am constantly anxious, except I cope with it so much on the inside that the back of my back has always been tense. Every time I went to a massage person, yes, I got massages because my mom was so desperate. She actually no, I've never had sleep paralysis. My mom actually got in trouble because I left school early to go get a massage, and I said that's why I was leaving. And of course, in the early days of like, autism is either you're severely autistic or this or that, there's nothing wrong with you. They yelled at my mom. They're like, why is she leaving school just to go and get a massage? So yeah, that was funny. So my mom told me, just don't say that. I'm like, okay. Like, I was an honest child. I told you what's up, and it confused a lot of people. So it started with SPD, some kind of learning disability. I was a little bit slow on everything. I was like always a level or two below where I was supposed to be at. Then it started, then I had like undiagnosed anxiety my whole life. Then it went from that to a sleep disorder. Once I got my life put together, I got a sleep disorder, which is called circadian rhythm disorder. And that's actually the sleep doctor I just was on the phone with a few days ago, and I swear to it, he's the one that diagnosed me with it, and he said, oh, we thought that was going to be temporary. And when I heard that, I went, fuck, now we're going to lose this on my diagnostic sheet? Great. And I just left. I left because I'm like, now you're doing less, like, we're losing stuff. I hate how every time you go to a doctor, it is a different freaking story. Every doctor wants to tell you you're wrong and give them their own rap sheet. None of them want to agree. None of them. Not a single one of them want to agree. They refuse to believe. Like, oh my God, my old primary care, when I'm like dying on his table and I said I wanted to die, and he's like, oh, well, now we have a bigger problem. What? He just said we have a bigger problem, that I want to die because I'm in pain. Have you been ignoring the pain part, you asshole? So me and my mom were like, great, are we going to have to wait for an ambulance now? No, didn't do anything. We went home with absolutely no new information. And my mom's like, I think that's sue-worthy. I'm like, I don't want to sue this man. I don't even want to see this man. I don't even want to be alive. Just leave. Can we go home so I can suffer in silence, please? Yeah, those were the dark days. Now it's a lot better. We have medication. Like, we've got so lucky that I had a psychiatrist. Psychiatrists are the people that give you the prescriptions of medication, right? Before we figured out the whole occipital neuralgia, and my mom, literally while I was in the psych ward, called my dad just out of like a brilliant mind. Like, she thought like I should just call my dad. Just a few words in, he went, oh, I know exactly what's wrong with her, and just listed out this giant list, and how he can list 25 people alive today that have exactly what I have going on with them, and worse, and including him. So yeah, I want to really meet my family. They sound like great people. My uncle, so my dad's brother, just got out of jail on probation for like theft. And we were on lockdown, and he complained to my dad. He's like, I just got out of prison, and now they want me to stay at home. What the fuck's this shit? I want to meet my family. They sound scary, but they're like hillbilly nice. They sound hillbilly nice. Yeah, I've been to the psych ward. I've been to the psych ward. And that was because last time we were at a group home, all they did was up my gabapentin, and at that point we didn't know, we were in pure panic mode. Like, everything they gave us just seemed to hurt us, but kind of help. And yeah, my mom actually had to come, like, force her way into the group home and sneak me an Ativan because I wasn't on Ativan yet. She had to sneak me drugs so that I wouldn't have a meltdown. And then the next day I had another meltdown because they wouldn't let her see me, and that was fun. So we had to go to the psych ward where we thought it would be more controlled. No, I asked to go into the psych ward, and they finally said yes because this shit was getting really crazy. And once I was there, I'm like, wow, they're not doing anything. Like, I liked it. The idea of being imprisoned for mental health issues is really nice. That sounds messed up, but it's really nice because it's safe. It's really safe. The psych ward, I didn't really care for. I actually asked for a release because they wanted to keep me there because I wasn't doing any better. And I said, no, I need to get out. I have a nerve block scheduled for the next few days. And that's the nerve block I screamed at. Those were dark days, okay? It's not like that right now, but now it's more just like panic attacks. Like, all that, like, for 3-4 months of pure hell, I get that for 3 and 4 hours now. So it's like a lot more controlled. So we're working on it. We're doing good things, I think. Something's working. I mean, you can't, yeah. What's a group home? A group home is a step down from a psych ward. A psych ward is you're in the hospital. Usually you're on the top floor of the hospital. That way you can't, like, run off and you're more controlled. A group home is where you basically need a place to start figuring out your stuff. And it's basically taking you away from whatever is the problem, and they give you a while. So usually it's like from 3 to 4 to the max they can give you is like 2 to 3 weeks. You can live there and figure it out. I went to a teen one, and I really liked the teen one. I made friends at the teen one, and I actually said this to the staff. I'm like, I really like it here. It's like a prison. And then she quickly corrected me and is like, this isn't a prison. What makes you think that? And I'm like, well, because we're locked in. And I'm like saying this smiling. And she's like, the doors are unlocked. What? Is like, we can't legally lock you in here. And I went, but has anybody tried to escape? And then the girl I was making friends with, who's younger than me, and she's like, yeah, I've been here 7 times. One time I ran all the way to the other city. Are you kidding me? I just was like, seriously, you actually ran away? And then everybody started sharing their stories. And now I'm looking at the door that's next to, like, all of our rooms that says exit. It's like an emergency exit. And I'm like, I know that's unlocked now. And that kind of sucks. God damn it! I don't know, it was kind of funny. Man, oh man, I'm always like that. I'm weird. Oh man, the group homes were great. They were great just as a sociability thing, because at this point I had been away from people. I'm still away from people. Like, I'm basically living like the isolated life already. I never leave the house. The most I go is right outside the door where my trampoline is. I don't talk to anybody. I don't do anything. I cope. I cope with my life. Why is my character looking this way? Let's look over here. I'm so sorry, you guys. I didn't mean this to be like this. I tried making a Draw My Life video, which would have detailed this whole thing, but then I realized how complicated it is and how long I would be stuck, like, at just, like, a certain age and a certain time frame. And I'm like, nobody should watch this. Like, it's helpful for people who, there's actually somebody on Instagram I was talking to who they're from, not Italy, but somewhere in Europe. They found my suggestions and me being open about this really helpful. We go back and check on each other every now and then. It was really nice. I'm like, I'm surprised somebody reached out to me. I was grateful for that because we know how to work the system now. My mom, whew, balls of fucking steel. She knows how to bully any clinic, any office lady into getting us into an appointment. I kind of feel bad sometimes, but like when you get dicked around so bad, you need to force it. You need to force it. Anyways, escape the mental patient, Luce. Oh my god, I miss that teen group home so much. It was really nice. Like, the big flat black guy that worked there, he brought us donuts. And then me and my mom, because food's been our coping skill forever, you're not supposed to bring in a bunch of, like, food or something. Like, if you have, like, I don't know, allergies, which, because I only eat 3 things in my whole life, she had to bring me those 3 things, and it was already pushing the limits. So I told my mom, hey, can you bring in some ice cream, and bring in some of this, and bring in some of this? So at the teen home, everybody got, like, a dilly bar, and the girl that ran away, she's like, can you adopt me? And I got a lot of people asking if they could adopt me, if we could be adoptive to them. I'm like, oh, if all it took was to win over your love is food, you should have seen me at school, because we used to do that at school, too. Nobody likes us. Nobody likes us but our food. And we're okay with that fact. It's because we don't have anything else to offer, but, like, because we're always coping. It's always been health with us. Anyway. Do you guys want me to do a live stream where I just lay it out, like every little detail, the whole timeline? Like, I can't make a video with a script. I tried. I can't draw this because it's too detailed. Should I make a specific live stream detailing from start to finish my entire life, the journey of all our health, because that's all it is. That's, like, my life has been, I can make friends easily. That's not the issue. What is the issue is this neurological issue that might have been genetic, or it might have been that one time when I was 8 and I hit my head on ice. Who knows? Who really knows? If you're comfortable, I am an open book, honey. I am a completely open book. You could ask me the most, some guy knows. Some guy knows. He knows. Some guy knows. Aqua knows. He knows. He knows. You can ask me anything. You can literally ask me anything. I don't care. I just educated him on something. Wink, wink. It was kind of funny. He wasn't the first guy that asked me that either. I'm like, did you really not know that? And he's like, no, not really. I'm like, okay, well, here, I'll tell you what I know, which isn't much. I'm a completely open book. Yeah, I guess it's kind of like therapy, too. Oops, shoot. Just wrote on my table. Anyways, I would love to do that. Okay. Do you eat mammals? How does that have anything to do with anything? What? Guys, do you eat mammals? Yeah, I'm actually thinking about, I just watched the video about, what's that, true meat stuff? Not true meat. Real meat? No. It's the vegetarian burger that tastes like meat, but it's not meat. I can't remember what its name is. It sounds expensive, but it probably won't be as expensive as they make it more accessible and whatnot. I want to try that because I genuinely don't care for hamburger anymore. Like, I've lived off of it to the point where I'm sick. Like, very, very sick of it. Do you eat mammals? Yeah, I think we all do. Yeah. I don't think I ate anything yesterday. Hold on, what did I eat? Ice cream? Oh god, I think I just ate ice cream. I used to be lactose intolerant my whole life, okay? I'm still kind of lactose intolerant. I say kind of, not, I don't know, maybe I'm not. It's weird. It's really soy burger, something like that. It's probably something like that. Anyways, this is way longer than I intended it to be. I hope the stream quality's good, because that's what I was checking. This wasn't supposed to be a rant. My god, Genta, what the hell? Anyways. Yeah, I will definitely make a, I'm gonna title it Not Safe for Work, Genta's Life live stream. It'll probably go on for 10 hours, and I'll probably have to timestamp it once it's, like, public. I'll make that one, like, stay public. That'll scare off some people. They're like, oh, God. Anyway, yeah, it's good. It's good. Thank you. Thank you. I'm not used to your new name. Sako? Sako Shizuko. Sako Shizuko. Why do I feel like I'm saying your first one not wrong? I keep wanting to say like Seiko. Seiko is from Corpse Party though. Anyways. Alright, so this was testing my stream. Thank you for listening to some of the things I was talking about. I will be back later today. I hate breaking promises. This is why I don't like setting dates, because every time I set a date, it's like my body is like, okay, we are going to not do that, and you're going to have a panic attack, and then you're going to be unconscious for the next 2 weeks. If you think I'm lying, I am not. Believe me, I'm enjoying streaming. I'm enjoying making these connections with people. I don't like missing dates. It actually hurts missing dates and not being on time. So that's why I try not to like make a schedule. It took a lot of energy. That's why I was gone for a week when I did that live stream Monday on the Facebook group. That's why I was gone. It literally took a lot of energy out of me. Just to do that. It literally knocked me on my ass for the next week. I'll try to gain some stamina. I'll try to be healthy. What time is it? It's only 7? Ugh. I missed all of Monday. I woke up at 5. I texted some guy, went back to bed. I apparently had talked to my mom too, fell back asleep, woke up again, read a little bit of fan fiction, and fell back asleep. My dog's in my room. She barked at me, but at this point it was like nighttime. I don't know. I get so confused. I'm sleeping upside down in my bed right now. That's where I'm at with my health. I literally have to sleep upside down on my bed because the other way is like, I don't know, stress inducing. There's something truly satisfying about missing dates. No, not for me. It hurts. It hurts my soul. It hurts my being. It makes you a liar. I tell my mom, I've been telling my mom this for years. I don't make promises. I don't. I should probably make that very clear on my Instagram. I don't make promises, not because I don't care, but literally because it hurts when I can't keep them. I don't make promises. I hate making dates. I hate them. I hate them so much. Time is my biggest enemy. Anyways, we are just going to wrap this up. I want to make sure my stream is doing good and that the quality is 1080p or at least 70 something, whatever it's called. Is it 720? 760? I don't know, one or the other. So, cool. Yay. Anyways, I will be back way later in the night. Like I said, I won't set a date. I can't keep them. All I can say is I'll probably be back. Probably. Whoop.